Sarah Jessica Parker won the Carol Burnett Award. Again, if you are of a certain age, this is heresy. So first, we're going to take a look. She got it in a ceremony that was held prior to tonight's Globes, and she's been as insufferable about it as you would think. We're gonna revisit the damage that and Just Like That did to the culture and all of our eyesight. So she goes on Instagram and she puts her Golden Globes Carol Burnett Award on her floor. And it's, Marlena pointed out, like, her old lady pink gingham, like, footstool, old lady pink gingham, like, settee or whatever. Yeah. And, like, her hat. Oh, I brought it for Teddy. I don't know. He's on the side watching, but I've got Teddy's hat here. Anyway, she writes this insufferable caption. I couldn't possibly begin to thank people for it's a fucking trophy. Get over yourself. Okay.
And a totally fake award. They've never given this out before. They're just doing it to expand the brand. So the people that have bought the Golden Globes are looking for ways to make more money out of it. We're going to see a Golden Globes in Dubai. We're going to see them around the world.
Saudi Arabia, Chop Square. Call your agents. So what I want to show before we get into Sarah Jessica Parker's insufferably earnest fucking, and you and I are going to talk about one of her tics, Tim, because it's on full display here. But I'm going to show you this sketch from the Carol Burnett show. It's a takeoff on Gone with the Wind. And Carol Burnett, I think Rob already knows where we're going. She's playing Scarlett O'Hara. And Rhett Butler is paying a surprise visit. And she had to pull together a gown in a split second so she could look ready for Rhett. And this is one of the Carol Burnett show's most famous sketches. It got the longest amount of laughter and applause any sketch she did on her show ever did. Here we go. We're going to take a look.
What brings you to Tara?
You vixen, you. Starlet, I love you. That gown is gorgeous.
Thank you. I saw it in the window and I just couldn't resist it.
That is a comedy legend.
Right.
Okay, that is a female comedian at the height of her powers. So now, SJP, the inaugural recipient of an award named after a legend. Okay, let's listen to her on this.
I met Carrie Bradshaw, Charlotte York, Samantha Jones, and Miranda Hobbs, and I spent 25 years with the most glorious ensemble of women and actors where we treated all of New York like CBS Television City and the streets like Studio 33. I cherish every 15th hour on the set or 16th hour, every walk and talk, looking into your eyes for the hardest and silliest moments. As Kristen once said, you are in my bones. Darren Star, thanking you for thinking me your Carrie seems inefficient, but it is what I everlastingly feel. And Michael Patrick King, our longtime leader, my partner, and Carrie's extraordinary narrator, you left no stone unturned for Carrie's better or worse, only for my better. You are a treasure. All the women and men who directed me, written words and stories I am desperate to be deserving of, and encouraging me to be a clown and to tell the truth. HBO, who have given me a sort of permanent residency.
A permanent residency at HBO when they canceled her show, which ended with a turd in a toilet bowl, okay? What do you guys make of all of this, Rob?
It's ridiculous. And notice who isn't there. There's no Kim Cattrall.
Of course not.
Kim wants no part of this.
Not.
It was notoriously a really difficult set. There was a lot of really nasty mean girl behavior on it. And Sarah just seems to ignore all that. And she thinks that they created this utopia of happiness and peace and womanhood.
Girl power.
And none of that is true.
No.
There wasn't one episode that went by that didn't make you cringe in some way or another. Like every single episode had something about it, and I feel like
and just like that.
Oh, and just like that, yeah, of course. And I just feel like she was completely blind to it. I think like Sarah Jessica Parker truly believed that it was like this like unbelievable show that like thank God that the whole world loved, and I think she was like really shocked when we were okay with it ending.
Yeah,
like we're totally good.
We
with
were relieved. We were happy. I remember
like,
when that news went around. It was a Friday. We were like, "Holy fuck!" The HBO pulled the plug. Finally, they did it because we didn't know. We were all, the problem really was that like we thought everybody hated the show, but we were all hate watching it. So eyeballs are eyeballs, ad dollars, ad whatever, subscriber numbers are subscriber numbers. It's a streaming show, but that HBO pulled the plug. You knew it was like a complete cultural embarrassment, like a brand embarrassment.
And just like the clip you showed of Carol Burnett from decades ago, and we're still laughing at it. Sex and the City did not hold up. It hasn't held up. That's what real art, I think, is, and that's what Sarah's missing here. You're on a hit TV show, you made a lot of money, congratulations, but don't pretend that 20, 30 years from now it's going to mean anything. It's not going to be the Carol Burnett show.
She made a show about sex, and she's up there, like she's accepting like a presidential Medal of Honor.
Right.
It was a show about sex and fashion, and an idiot who's a hack writer who spent so much money on shoes and clothes and cabs that she couldn't afford to buy her own apartment. Tim, I want to talk about the tick that SJP does.
What is it?
It's a Carrie tick, and it's a real life tick, and she did it in that fucking speech. She goes right to her solar plexus, right to the womb. We point to the womb. We're always inexpressibly fill in the word. Well, you're expressing something, sister, so it's not inexpressible. Go watch Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, okay? You think you're a downtown New York artist. Not so.
That's right.
I thought it was pretty incoherent what she was saying. I couldn't really follow along with what she was saying. I was like, this is a pretty dramatic speech for Sex and the City.
Just like that.
For just like that. But yeah, no, I love her ticks. I think she's great. And she's always has like the sad puppy thing going on. The whiny,
Right, yeah, it's very airy. It's interesting too that I thought, and Sarah talks about this as an ensemble show. Where are the other ladies? Why is she getting the award? Why is not?
She was the least liked character too.
Yeah, she was the least. I mean, Carrie was the worst. It's like we were talking about Emily in Paris, and like once you realize that Emily is the worst, you can't unsee it. Like you can't watch the show through. And once you realize that Carrie has always been the worst,
a wrecking ball crashing through New York City,
destroying
lives, marriages, everywhere she goes, and then throwing her flowers in the street when she gets like
cigarette butts, like losing her
yelling out windows,
Yeah.
Cheated. It's just a horrible, horrible representation.
She's a horrible person.
And there's a lot of really awful shows out there with characters that are deeply flawed. She doesn't see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because she's mind melted and body melted with Carrie Bradshaw. And that's why she's still shopping around and just like that. She can't let it go because she's Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah. Remember that shoe store that she opened at the end of the street? Gone.
It's gone?
It's gone.
What about the one downtown too in Seaport?
Gone.
Too. That's gone.
Yeah, I think the whole business is gone. I think the shoe business closed. She had a wine business. I'm not sure how that's doing.
She's got a publishing imprint. She's publishing books that nobody's effing reading. Yeah, and she like trots out her DEI authors on like the Today Show every chance she gets. Like, I'm so inexpressibly proud. I found this woman living in a cave in Afghanistan. You know what I mean?
In a cave.
Like, she's so full of shit.
She is. I think that it's coming to an end. I think people now have figured it out. It took me a minute.
Yeah, it did. It took me a minute too, but I think you're right. I think it's coming to an end for her, and I think maybe she feels it, and that's why.
Are you comfortable?
I'm doing fine. We're going to take one more look at SJP before we move on to the live chat. We're going to talk to you guys in there. Take a look at this.
What are the odds that there's more Sex in the City to come?
The first time that Michael and I arrived at the very difficult decision to end the initial series, we never thought of it as finite. We thought that this is the time now, out of respect and affection for the work and, more importantly, the people that we love that make the work. And it was the same this time. It was a version of agony to decide to end the show this time. But it's simply because we love it. You know, I think being comfortable can allow you to stay.
Yeah.
And that's not the reason to do it. You have to have something to say. You ask a lot of an audience. They pay to have you in their homes. and we take that seriously on principle, you know? So who knows? Who knows?